Welcome back to Fine Art Diary. We are painting nature. Today we are going to paint this horse in a very quick, easy and simple process. Before doing anything, let's check my color palette. These are the colors I am going to use, though it is looking too complicated, but it is not. The second row of the colors are the same colors of the first row, but added white to it. Sometimes I work in this way so that I can save some mixing time. So I am on process of making this painting and the horse is going to come on this background. And you can see I already have planned the position of the horse. Now let's go back to the palette. I am taking olive green and red oxide. Let's add a little bit titanium white to it. And the mixture is ready for the initial block-in. This mixture is going to be the color of the shadow shape. It is quite dark because it is going to be the shadow. So at the very beginning, I will try to depict only the shadow shapes. Basically, I am going to work on 3 layers: the shadow shapes, the midtones and the highlights. And at the top of it, some details will come here and there. In the deer tutorial for the initial block-in, I filled up the entire shape of the character, but in this case I am not going to do that. The reason is, in the deer scene it was a backlighting condition, so the deers were visible in the silhouette. But in this case the lighting is totally different. The light is coming from the right hand side, and that is the reason I am creating the shadow shapes towards the left of the character. So like this we need to analyze the light and should move forward. Now going back to my palette, this is the same mixture but little bit yellow ochre and little more titanium white added to it. So this is a lighter version of the same mixture, and this is going to be the local color of the horse. Now I am painting the mid-tone areas. The value is not too dark or too light, so it is a transitional value between the light and the dark areas. And gradually the horse will get its basic shape. That's alright, now let's mix the darkest dark, and for that I am using the same mixture of olive green and red oxide, but this time I am not mixing titanium white to it. And it is a quite dark color because this is going to be the darkest dark of this object. This time my focus is to paint the core shadow areas. This is a part of a big painting, and this horse is not the focal object of this scene. And that is the reason I am not going to add too much of detailing to it. So my focus will be to make it suggestive. You can see I am also emphasizing some of the dark areas just to increase the contrast a little bit so that the sunlight will be properly visible. Now with the mid-tone mixture, I have added a little more red oxide and giving some brush strokes so that the local color can be a little more towards the red. That's fine. Now this is a mixture of red oxide, yellow ochre and titanium white, and this is going to be the light areas of the horse. I have been working on this piece since few hours, so I have some pre-mixed colors on my palette, and sometimes I am going back and using those, but you can follow those because I am mentioning all the colors I am using for my mixing. Here I am trying to depict all those areas wherever the sunlight is directly hitting the body. So in the block-in, the most important part is to divide the dark, the mid-tone and the light shapes. That's fine. Now let's go back to the palette. This time I am preparing a grey color by mixing cerulean blue, raw umber, a touch of yellow ochre and titanium white. Switch to a narrow brush, giving some very thin strokes opposite to the key light, and this is going to be the reflected light areas. That's fine. Now it's time to add some highlights. For that, I am taking a mixture of yellow ochre and titanium white with a touch of cadmium yellow. Here I am going to exaggerate some of the light areas. So just to sum up the entire process once again, we have divided the shapes into three parts: darks, midtones and light areas. Then again we came back to the darks with the darkest dark, midtone areas with the original color of the object, and then we came to the light areas to add some highlights. That's alright. Now going back to the dark mixture, adding a little bit green to it, and let's make some shadow shapes. So like this, very easily you can do the block-in of any object in your scene. We are almost done with this process. Very soon the entire video of this painting is coming to the channel. If you have any question, please write down in the comment box. I will try to answer those questions. And don't forget to subscribe the channel because many more painting video tutorials are coming in future. Thank you so much for watching. Happy painting!